finding a hobby. I don't know how to manage my money and get in other words. What kind of advice would you give to somebody and how do we tackle such issues? How do we manage our money? Because it's my finances, I don't really have a lot of power over them because I honestly at the end of the day wonder like where did that money go? Like because I find myself overspending unnecessarily. I find myself not being able to manage or allocate my diakasente, which ends up getting me in debt and such stuff because people like me again.
Guys, of empowered to engage your world. We're having a bit of a technical issue there with the voice note that we had, but basically, we are going to actually get into what this voice note was saying. Kotla Manu is in studio. He's a financial advisor. He's an insurance expert, and he's founder of Kotla Agency. Kotla, it's a very good afternoon to you. It's always great to have you in studio. Welcome to Gabs FM.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Kathy. Thank you very much.
So we unfortunately weren't able to air that voice note. Hopefully we'll get a hold of it at some point and be able to share it with the listener. But basically, we had a situation or we had a voice note where a young woman was saying, I have a spending problem. I don't know how to manage my money. I often overspend. I don't know how to tackle that. This particular person feels powerless over their finances. And what happens, I think, according to this voice note, is when this person runs out of funds, they find themselves borrowing money, and that ends up with them getting into debt. They don't allocate their finances properly. I think they don't budget, basically, and they just don't know how to not have money. You know, a lot of the time you're taught to say, okay, you put your money into your savings, and if you just don't have the money, stay at home, find other things that are cheap. I think this person doesn't know how to do that. So let's talk about some of the tips that you can give to this person, starting off with basically managing money. How can you assist somebody who's in this situation?
I'd first like to acknowledge the fact that this is somebody who's young, and they've actually realized that they have a spending problem, keynote problem. That means we should find a solution to it. If motho a le monyenyana a kgona go bona gore nyame madi ke kgwetlho, go bua nnete hela ga se ena le nosi. We have this problem re le bantsi, and most of us ngwe re iphitlhile ka menwana, or maybe you don't say it out loud. This is a major problem, and finances are very important, whether ko manyalo, like between marriages, kore everywhere. We have to make this topic of finance out there. Financial literacy should be one of the things already. And we should start really a bit robust. So I run a mathata go spend. I think the first step that I would advise this individual is budgeting. Budget. You need to be able to budget. How nale madi a tsena, no gore madi a gago ha tsena ntsana. If you're somebody who you don't have madi a tsena le mantsi, or maybe you have a single source of income or single stream, o bo itse ha madi a ma tsena mme, let's say for example ke amogela 5,000. It's gore rent ya go spenda bokae. Don't live, simply put, don't live beyond your means. O itse gore nya me rent it's 1,500, metsi ke duela bokana. Just have all those written down. Tota o itse gore o tshwantse gore budget each and every month. Before yana madi a tsena, don't just spend haphazardly. I think we've realized gore go di shopong go na le ka dilo di beilweng ka teng tse ile gore they would lead you to spend madi o sa plana. Like body sweets nyana tse tshirang di beilwe ha pele, you end up ke dilo tse di nthaisang o heletsa o di rekile, then you go beyond what you had initially planned for. So for that, we can start by saying let the individual budget, plan their finances before I dira gore I spend just haphazardly. I think one other thing, especially in this day and age, don't depend on a single stream or source of income. Seeing to it, this person is a young individual, I get it. I get it. I think the problem here would be beautiful thing about it is so to answer this and then she would have answered herself based on the question that she posed.
I think in future we'll try and organize that to have the people who are speaking to have them in, or at least one of them in the studio, and have that interaction between you and them. I think gore le ena a ikarabe.
Because how mo utlwa sentle, this is an individual o leng gore a rata go tshela gore ga a rate go ilimita per se wa bona ga a batle mo ko re a go bolelela le ene gore ga ke a tshela a sena madi wa bona, and that shows gore ke motho o tshelang maybe vibrant or lively again. So that kind of person is somebody o leng gore ga a tshwanela gore a ba nna le a single source of income. Ebile ene tota ga ke mo advice because now I don't like to be retrospective, ke focus on the old way of doing things. Ga nka ka mara ke re lifestyle yago hokotsa this and that, I get maybe certain things maybe they are tsenya mo happiness yago as an individual kana wa tshela, this is life, you need to live wa bona. So what I would suggest ke gore your finances gore re ka ha di ntseng ka teng ga di a lekana botshelo jwa gago. Try to ensure gore o godisa madi a gago ka ditsela tse di harologana. We've talked about investments before. I think she should try to tap into those a oketse madi so that lifestyle ya gago le yone o kgona go e maintain, because clearly a kgona go e maintain with the funds that she has at that point. Yeah.
So you said that get a budget done, write things down and so forth. You said perhaps also increase the income streams that you have, and then I want you to address that one. The income streams that this individual has, but I also want us to talk a little bit about that one where I end up in debt. Talk a little bit more about that, because I know a lot of people, and I believe it starts off when you're younger, but it ends up, you go to loan sharks, you end up, getting yourself entrenched really deeply. Talk to me a little bit about debt.
Normally debt, kind of debt is you spend money that you don't really have. I think that's one of the problems they don't worry. Rega address to this particular instance. This person had an dating. Wow, now with budgeting, you will ensure that without you having to go and tap into madi a o senang o. But into debt, whether it was planned or unplanned. Now the question would be from those situations or instances, good law mention a loan sharks, which is normally high to loan sharks. Since their income and expenditure statement, madi was sentle, maybe tell or net income was like about 900 and have a I think that's the part having different income streams. Maintain budget before adding madi. You see, the thing is how we see also budget or plan your life in advance. Let's say at the start of every month, before is similar, plan ahead. We told me for this month for this and that. They are basic. Why each and every month this is what I spend money on. So that they should not be a problem. As an individual, something that will help you unplanned expenditure because so nothing in the form of entertainment. I think reads all about like certain individuals they have entertainment allowance, but since they do so much thing because they know kind of we're living in an era long it's like period Instagram or it's all blaze on where you have to show off here and there. So for those who plan in advance, gore o itse gore nya mme gongwe ke tla nna ke tla ba gongwe 2000 tenyana wa hanka nna le mathatanyana, but don't really go o ska wa tsama overboard ka madi a leng gore wa play gore e nne more like an emergency thing was gore o ska heletsa o ile gore o ilang o ile go dikolotong, because kind of debt you are spending money that you don't have. And tota go senya yo just your record ya finances because now can have to spend money that you don't have. Let's say the month that's ahead. Now those expenses that you have on a monthly basis plus what you had already spent what you normally spend on. Or now you had gone a bit overboard.
14962 is our SMS line, 3956962. We've got our